Mr. Boss here, and this is some gameplay, well actually my first gameplay of Virtua Tennis 4. Now I realise this is a super old game now, this is practically one of the first games that came out with the PlayStation Vita, but I still haven't managed to get around to playing it until today. So pretty much as per usual, I bought this on a sale, paid around £4.20 I think it was, which is a really good price considering the incredible ratings and reviews this game had. It was praised for being one of the most graphically impressive games on the PlayStation Vita, pretty much living up to the PlayStation 3 quality of the game, as well as being a deep and quite engaging tennis game. Now, I'm not normally into this sort of game, but considering the price and the reviews, I just took the plunge. Right, there seems to be a lot of customization here. I mean, you know, I've heard that you can customize pretty much everything down to the way your eyes look, the way your hair looks, and pretty much everything else about your character. So this is going to take a while, and I'm going to skip straight to the main part of the game. Right, so even though I've spent a good 6-7 minutes trying to make my character look human, I have somehow failed in my task. I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's just something that looks a little bit off about these people. You know, no matter how much you change the hairstyle and the face and the colour, it just looks a little bit off. I mean, I kind of wish they'd given me less customization options, but just ones that were a little bit more believable. So I think I'm pretty much done here. I think I'm just going to let my character look like this, and just skip straight to the game, because you can spend ages in this sort of customization thing, and some people really enjoy it, but in this particular gameplay I just want to actually get to the actual, well, gameplay. So 3 minutes on, and funnily enough I'm still not playing. Actually, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I guess this is sort of my fault. I brought this upon myself by skipping the tutorials, but I think that this whole thing is a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. I want to just get in and play some tennis, and it doesn't seem to be letting me do that. So it seems that I'm using tickets to move around a world map of sorts, in the hope that I can find a match. I'm not really sure. Okay, finally I figured out how to actually head into a game. Right, so first impressions are amazing. This game looks epic. I was actually kind of expecting to be a bit let down by this whole visual presentation, but I have to say this looks probably better than any Vita game I've seen. So in gameplay it's running at a smooth 60 frames per second, shadows are crisp, and there's loads of detail on here. This is really good stuff. I mean, I personally can't really comment on the gameplay mechanics because I just don't play tennis games. Well, this is strange. I think when it actually goes into the sort of zoomed in part of the game, you know, when it's replaying and that kind of thing, the frame rate has definitely dropped. It drops quite significantly to either 25 or 30. You'll be able to see it here. In this section, yeah, I can see that not only is the depth of field really kind of off, but the frame rate is really low, and I can't think why. The level of detail hasn't really increased, but for some reason they seem to have imposed a cap on it. That's a little bit jarring, I have to say. But nonetheless, this is a very impressive looking game. And in a way, I guess it's kind of disappointing. You know, a game this early on in the Vita's life cycle is one of the best looking games that it has. That's kind of really sad in a way, because it just shows how much untapped potential there is here. So I mean, this is a, you know, potentially really good selling game. I remember Virtua Tennis on the PSP, they sold really well. They were some of the more popular PlayStation Portable games. They actually got a platinum remake, in a sense. You know, they were branded as the PlayStation Portable's most memorable games, that kind of thing. So I think the Vita actually can offer something which appeals to a mainstream audience. You know, these kind of sports games, if they really nailed FIFA, for example FIFA 16, I know that FIFA 15 has turned out to be exactly more of the same, but maybe with the next one, or FIFA 17, or whenever. But if at one point EA or whatever, or Sony tries to finally sort their act out, then maybe they could really sell the PlayStation Vita as a way to play the actual console sports games on the go, because that's still something which no other device can say it does. Okay, so that's it from me for now. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, and check out Virtua Tennis. It seems pretty good so far.